I found out about me having ADHD when I was 8 years old. I mean, it was difficult for me growing up with the condition because I didn't understand myself. I didn't know why I could never remember stuff, why I'd get frustrated, and as soon as I got frustrated, I'd start crying, and why I would never be able to pass my exams as hard as I studied. I'd never ever pass my exams, and it was hard, not understanding. ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, which is a learning disability, and it means that a person suffering from this condition lacks attention, so it lacks focus, is all the time like getting distracted in class, and not paying attention. I met Charlie, and I learned how he and his family deals with ADHD.
It had gone on for a while at school about his attention span and complications with like mixing with other children and listening, and that's where they first thought maybe there's more of just a naughty child here, it's a bit deeper problems, and then they started looking into it a bit more at school. I used to, when the behaviour first started, I would look around, like if we was going shopping for instance, he'd be like climbing up the shelves, running around, he would never stay with me and he wouldn't listen, and other people tend to stand there like with their mouths open as if saying, oh my God. And I've had it before where people have made comments like, that kid needs a smack, or you need to control your kid, and people can be quite aggressive about it. It doesn't bother me anymore though, because I can understand that from someone else's point of view. He doesn't deal with his angry emotions very well. If he gets upset, he finds it very hard to just like breathe it out and calm down. He gets very overexcited, and he gets really angry, and he can vent out by hitting things, or he can tend to hit a person, but if there's a wall there, he will hit the wall with frustration and stuff like that. It takes him quite a while to calm down when he gets emotional. With his sister, she's a teenager, so that's a whole different behaviour thing going on anyway. They do tend to clash. She's got no patience with him, and he all he wants to do is he just wants her to like him. He's very worried about if someone likes him, so therefore when his sister comes in, he wants to tell her about his day and la la la, and she's very impatient because obviously when you're a teenager you don't want your little brother in your room, and he responds to it he gets very upset that Bianca doesn't want to talk to him, she hasn't got time for him, so he gets very frustrated with his sister.
If I try and go into a room and say hello to a friend, she always shouts at me and tells me to get out here, and then I just go into my room and play on my Xbox.
Oh, it's a good escapism, isn't it, going on your computer? When he gets sent to his room for being naughty, the Xbox calms you down, doesn't it? Yeah, gives you something to concentrate on, doesn't it? Yeah.
Well, when children are very little, they're often really hyperactive, and they don't finish playing with things. Like if they're building Lego or something, they might not actually finish the thing they're making, and they might be charging around the classroom, and at story time at school they're wriggling and squirming, and their parents might say they're very noisy and talking all the time, stuff like that. But as young people get older, often that hyperactive, rushing around type behaviour reduces. But sometimes young people feel quite restless and fidgety, and they feel they get bored quickly, and it's hard to organise themselves. So the way it looks at different ages varies, really. It works by making it easier to stop and think, and to plan what you're doing, and feel less fidgety and restless, less impulsive. So most people find they can concentrate on things for longer, that they don't get bored as quickly. But as they get older, sometimes young people start to say that they notice it does help their concentration. Some people, usually teenagers, will say that it makes them feel slightly subdued. You know, they miss that sort of bubbly feeling that they had when their ADHD is just present. Some people feel a bit anxious and jittery on it occasionally, but not many people.
I can control the medication now, so now I know what I want. So, for example, like if I want to be playful, I want to dance, I want to box, I'll do it. I'll do it seriously, of course. I won't do it like I won't get distracted. When I was a kid, the pill controlled me. I would not be my bubbly self. I would not, you know, I was just depressed. Everyone thought I was depressed, and I wasn't because I was on my pill. And when I started taking it, people just thought that I had been pulled down, and I hadn't. I'm just me.
When I want to do something, yeah, I never get scared. I never think. When I'm going to do like an acrobat, I never like switch my mind and say I don't want to do this. I just go for it, and every time. When I want to do something, I just try to do it, and if I don't do it right, I'll try again.
When I dance, dancing for me is like my way of releasing my inner emotions. I mean, when I dance, I'm free, you know. I feel like nothing can stop me. I don't have to respond to anyone. There's no rules, no regulations. It's just me and the dance floor, and yeah, it just feels like I can be whoever I want, do whatever I want, and it doesn't matter. People with ADHD is like, as I said, people with ADHD, their emotions and their feelings are very out there. I mean, we have to be very active, and we have to find something, basically. When we are psychiatrists and stuff, they always tell us to find stuff to kind of release our feelings and our frustration, because like when you're a kid, like when you get angry, you start literally punching at the wall until your knuckles bleed, because you don't care about the pain. You're just angry. You just don't know how to get it out, and it's in spot, you know. We can't control it. We can't just let it go. Like take a deep breath and let it go. No. We like if something upsets me, I'll show it, or I'll say it, or I'll cry. If I get frustrated, like when I start doing work and I start not working, people just take a deep breath, try to calm themselves down, and find a way. I have to cry in order to calm myself down, so I have to get that emotion out. I can't just take a deep breath and let it go. I learned, even I, who knew a lot about ADHD, learned a lot about ADHD. You know, I mean, I've just seen so much and experienced so much that I want people to know what it is like to have ADHD, what it's like, you know, to kind of be pulled back. And maybe someday, hopefully with this film and with other work that I want to do for ADHD, maybe someday we won't need to take the pill. Like, people with ADHD won't need to take the pill, but people around them will help them and, you know, control themselves, and yeah, and that pill won't be needed. And maybe society can adapt a bit themselves to the people with ADHD and consider a bit what it's like.